A Mortal's Journey to Immortality Episode 302. In the previous episode, Han Li ended his months-long seclusion after refining dozens of powerful demon soul puppets. As the deadly mist around Devilfall Valley thinned, cultivators from every corner gathered in Birchleaf City, forming uneasy alliances in hopes of surviving the peril ahead. Han Li quietly observed them all, searching for a particular presence but finding nothing. Following a thread of spiritual sense, he finally tracked down Bai Shujun and forced him to lead the way to his master, the elusive Lu Weiying. After a tense journey into the hidden mountains, the concealed gate of a minor Zumi restriction opened, revealing that Elder Lu had been expecting him all along. At the end of the previous episode, Han Li stepped alone into the sealed mountain residence as the stone gate vanished behind him. What will happen next? Stay tuned. And the story continues. Just like how Han Li had created his own interim cave residence, the Heavenpeak sect's Elder Lu's cave residence was the same. After walking through a passageway that stretched for 60 meters, Han Li finally arrived at the main hall of the cave residence. The hall itself was an impressive stone room, over 20 meters wide, exuding a sense of quiet strength and solemnity. Waiting there were two figures, a gray-robed old man with a warm, friendly expression and a middle-aged man wearing a tall hat. The gray-robed elder smiled as he greeted Han Li. "Fellow Taoist Han, you've finally arrived." The middle-aged man, Marquis Nanlong, added with a mixture of slight irritation and relief. "Brother Han has kept us waiting for quite a while. We've sent people to search for you for a month, but your residence was so secretive that we couldn't find even a trace of you. For a moment, we thought you had changed your mind." Han Li responded with a soft sigh, trying to keep the conversation light. "It wasn't easy for you to find me, given how hidden my residence was. I had been sealed in seclusion not long ago, so naturally, you wouldn't have been able to locate me." As Han Li took a seat, Marquis Nanlong's expression shifted into one of fascination mixed with disbelief. "Brother Han, your reputation spreads like the sun's light. Not only did you display extraordinary skill in the battle at the border, but I have also heard that you slew a mid-nascent soul elder from a Jin Empire devil sect. You must have worked hard to conceal such abilities." Han Li shook his head, unwilling to reveal the full truth. "It isn't that my abilities are extraordinary. If they truly were, I wouldn't have had to flee from the Molan Plains. My current reputation is merely a matter of luck. It is only through fortune that I have appeared here today before you." Both Elder Lu and Marquis Nanlong exchanged a glance. With their spiritual senses, they could clearly discern that Han Li's cultivation was at the early nascent soul stage. They knew he was exceptional, yet the rumors of him killing a peak mid-nascent soul devil cultivator made it difficult for them to believe. Nevertheless, the tales of his exploits had spread widely, leaving both of them intrigued and slightly bewildered. Marquis Nanlong laughed dryly, an ironic tone in his voice. "Fellow Taoist Han, you are far too modest. Truly, the stronger your abilities, the more valuable it will be when we enter Devilfall Valley. We are eager to witness the power of a cultivator capable of standing alongside the three great Heavenly South cultivators." Han Li smiled quietly to himself, choosing not to elaborate further, preferring to maintain his secrecy. Elder Lu's tone then turned solemn. "Brother Han, since you have come to us, it seems you have considered our proposition. Are you willing to enter the valley with us to slay the ancient flame toad?" Marquis Nanlong's eyes also fixed upon Han Li with a serious expression. Han Li replied with calm composure, "I am not willing to let such a golden opportunity pass. However, before I make a decision, I need to ask a question. How will we divide the treasures we find among the ancient cultivator remains? If your answer is acceptable, I will accept the risk of joining this journey." Though he was already determined to enter the valley, he sought to negotiate favorable conditions without revealing his intentions. Elder Lu answered promptly, "If we successfully acquire the treasures, we will divide them evenly." Han Li considered the response, muttering to himself briefly before replying, "That is fair. After all, without your guidance, I could not venture deeply into the valley or confront the ancient flame toad. Yet I have one more condition that I hope you will agree to." Elder Lu responded immediately, "Fellow Taoist Han, Please state your condition. Marquis Nanlong observed silently, his face revealing slight curiosity. I require the inner core of the ancient flame toad. It will be useful to me, Han Li said casually, as if the request were minor. Elder Lu nodded without hesitation. This is reasonable. You are the one to slay the beast, and it is proper for you to claim its inner core. Marquis Nanlong's expression softened. Indeed, even if you had not requested it, we would have given it to you. Satisfied, Han Li smiled. Since we have agreement, I will not press further. I will accompany you both into the valley. Excitement appeared on both of their faces. With fellow Taoist Han by our side, the treasures will be obtained smoothly. We will be relying on you, Brother Han, Marquis Nanlong said earnestly. Han Li, unmoved by their praise, responded modestly. You overvalue me. I am aware that you will lead the way in the valley. I will only act as support. Given my cultivation level, together, only through our combined efforts will we survive the valley unscathed. Elder Lu nodded, acknowledging the wisdom of Han Li's words. Marquis Nanlong's tone then turned bitter as he mentioned past grievances. If the Ghost Spirit Sect had acquired the Yin-Yang Ring, I would have had no choice but to kill them directly. Han Li cast a brief glance at Marquis Nanlong, noting that while he appeared recovered, it was unclear how much of his true strength had returned. Han Li asked, curious, do you know the method the Ghost Spirit Sect is using to enter the valley? What is your take on it? Marquis Nanlong's expression darkened, and he chuckled coldly. What is there to say? We merely interfered to prevent them from monopolizing the treasures. With other cultivators entering, our movements are concealed, and we are no longer at risk of being surrounded by the Ghost Spirit Sect. Han Li's surprise deepened. So you deliberately leaked the information about the Ghost Spirit Sect's entry method? Marquis Nanlong's face turned sullen. Indeed, before heading to the Molan Plains, I learned the Ghost Spirit Sect was researching the way into Devilfall Valley. Since they have become hostile, I cannot be polite. Elder Lu frowned thoughtfully. I did not expect them to distribute the Devilfall medallions and sell them in limited quantities to other sects. They have ensured themselves as the largest force entering the valley, but the treasures will not be monopolized by them. At the same time, the danger for us is reduced. Han Li stroked his chin, smiling. There is no perfect situation. Your actions have caused us more benefit than harm. I imagine the Ghost Spirit Sect's elders are gritting their teeth with anger. Marquis Nanlong's spirits rose. Fellow Taoist Han is correct. The Ghost Spirit Sect has suffered for now. As for settling scores, that will wait until we emerge from the valley. The three of them then discussed the Ghost Spirit Sect's movements, strategies, and details of how they would enter Devilfall Valley, planning with care and precision. 7 days later, the oppressive miasma surrounding the Myriad Link Mountains had nearly dissipated. The many cultivators who had hidden nearby suddenly emerged in large numbers, making their way toward Devilfall Valley. Some cultivators of lower levels or those unwilling to risk entering the valley instead explored the mountains for spirit beasts and medicines, taking advantage of the lifted restrictions. Devilfall Valley itself lay in the northwest of the Myriad Link Mountains, stretching across tens of thousands of kilometers. The aftermath of ancient battles among devil cultivators had left the valley and surrounding sky layered with complex, deadly restrictions, forming a nearly impenetrable barrier. The only accessible area was the entrance, 300 meters wide, narrowing as it extended tens of kilometers inward. Previously navigable, the area was now littered with countless spatial tiers created by the lingering energies of ancient battles. Some tiers glowed with blinding white light, while others were nearly invisible, and they varied in size from a few inches to tens of meters, capable of swallowing dozens of men. Smaller tiers acted like deadly floating blades, drifting unpredictably. The spatial tiers moved intermittently, opening and closing with no pattern, making the valley infamously deadly. Even powerful nascent soul cultivators had perished here, solidifying Devilfall Valley's reputation as the most dangerous place in the Heavenly South. Yet this time, a method provided by the Ghost Spirit Sect allowed cultivators to enter safely, causing great excitement and greed to flare. Several hundred Devilfall medallions were distributed to various cultivators, guaranteeing them safe passage into the valley. There were also a few cultivators that were unable to acquire a Devilfall medallion and could only gather around this area in hopes that they could somehow manage to sneak into the valley. In this episode, we saw Han Li meet with Elder Lu and Marquis Nanlong, negotiating the conditions for entering the dangerous Devilfall Valley. He secured his right to claim the ancient flame toad's inner core and carefully coordinated plans with his companions, all while keeping his true abilities hidden. We also learned how the Ghost Spirit Sect's actions influenced the upcoming journey, and how the many cultivators are now preparing to enter the valley, each driven by greed and ambition. What happens next? Stay tuned for the next episode of Immortal's journey to immortality. If you enjoyed this episode or found it exciting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications for the latest episodes on Han Li's incredible journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.